My parents didn't let us have an NES when I was growing up in the 90s, so my introduction to video games was on good old DOS. No D-pad for me, it was arrow keys all the way. And who needs an A and B button when you have the super simple and never confusing Shift, Control, Alt, Spacebar, Enter, and all the letter keys? Even better, it got me to learn the command line. I was typing words like dir, cd dot dot, cd backslash, c colon, and more. It was actually super helpful and still is when I'm trying to get old DOS games running and really at no other time. And the 80s and 90s produced some hard games, but not all of them were challenging hard. A lot of them were just so f***ing confusing and slow and tedious that it was just plain hard to get through. So I'm wondering, were the games I played back then actually hard, or were they just confusing, tedious messes? So today, let's take a look at one of the first DOS games I ever played based on the movie of the same name. Wait, it's a movie game? Who Framed Roger Rabbit is an iconic film by Robert Zemeckis that came out in 1988. It blended live action and cartoons in a way that had never been seen before. But if you know anything about games in the 80s and 90s based on movies, then you've got a pretty good idea about the level of quality we're talking about here. My main memories of Who Framed Roger Rabbit are a part where he runs around tables and a song that went like na 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 na. Other than that, I got nothing. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was also released on NES, and this is very different. The NES version was created by LJN, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's very, very bad. I played it for a few minutes on my NES, and I don't know, it was fine. It definitely felt more console-y. But the DOS version was developed by Buena Vista Software, and was extremely difficult, and is more kind of arcadey. It has the 1-2 punch of being an early DOS game and a game based on a movie. Will Who Framed Roger Rabbit be the exception? Let's find out. Get used to these push-in transitions. The director of this game loves them. And they take so long. For PC speaker music, this isn't half bad. Except that one note. The graphics look great, especially after playing All Dogs Go to Heaven. There's shadows, shading. All Dogs Go to Heaven feels like a glorified Microsoft Paint document compared to this. Okay, I guess I can't skip this. Oh, I remember him. He's from the movie. A baby that talks like an old, fat, cigar-smoking, full-grown adult. Like, it's probably at the Ink and Paint Club. We don't know which piece of paper it's on, because he's probably used invisible ink. Better grab 'em all! Each stage you play is represented in this iceberg slow opening animation. You have 5 lives to get all the way through the map, and you gotta look at it each time you die. Okay, so in the first stage you play as Roger Rabbit driving Benny the car, and you have to avoid other cars in that green— God damn it. Okay, let's try again. In the first stage you play as Roger Rabbit driving Benny the car, and you have to— What? Okay, one more try. In the first— Oh my god, what the f***? A death loop? I've been playing for all of 10 seconds! Damn it, I jumped! Finally, I'm starting to go, but it's so fast. Unless I go on the fastest speed, I can't keep up with the other— I think I have to slow down the game to have any chance. Oh my god, why doesn't he jump when I want him to jump? I lost. Already? Death loops. Oh, accordion mode. I can just stay up high. Okay. So it doesn't go over cars and doesn't skip the dip. Honestly, why even let me do it? Okay, so after some experimentation, I think I figured it out. You have to slap the keyboard to make him jump, like this. You get that? You can't go like this, because then he just accordions. You have to go like this. Thanks, Buena Vista. This is no fun at all. But if I had time to look at the graphics, which I don't, I'd notice that they're pretty good. All Dogs Go to Heaven looks really bad now, especially considering it came out a year after this. I also read the manual, and apparently there are power-ups I'm supposed to get here. I haven't seen even one. Have you? I mean, in order to play this game, you have to really concentrate, because the dip just comes up like that. Okay, I figured out my strategy. It's stare at the front of the road, and then slap the spacebar the instant I see some dip. And don't look at anything else. Finally, I won! Oh, God. Well, that was fun now that it's over. Copy protection? God damn it, it's also the laziest copy protection I've ever seen. Couldn't design a graphic for this Buena Vista? Okay, now we're at the Ink Club. This is probably the most nostalgia-heavy moment of this game, especially this song. Probably heard it over and over again when I was 5. It's like, da-na-na-na-na-na-na. There it is! So I guess I'm looking for a will, but what the do I do? I think spacebar makes him pick up the papers? Wait, what happened? Why'd I stop? Oh, I see. I can't pick up those red things. They look like candles, but the manual says they're risky. Honestly, I don't blame him for wanting a shot in the middle of this hell game. This isometric perspective is so confusing. I keep pressing left when I mean up or down when I mean right. Ah! Every time I drink one, he literally reacts for 15 seconds. Every time! Why do these deaths take so long? It sucks out any traces of fun I might have had otherwise. Even if it is fun to hold spacebar to pick up the papers, waiting 15 seconds every time you die is too much. If you die 8 times, which I did at least, that's 2 whole minutes of dying! And like 1 minute of playing! Oh, I guess this guy can grab me too. 15 seconds! Maybe they're trying to convey the feeling of real death? Done. 8 times. I mean, this is inherently a fun minigame. It's just that death takes so long it ruins the flow of any fun you might be having. And the isometric perspective leads to a lot of mistaken moves. Also, you're just supposed to randomly run around these tables until you happen to find the will. And if you don't find the will, you win anyway? So all you have to do is wait? Okay, thanks, baby. No, another driving section? Ugh. At least I got through the learning curve. More like the learning cliff. Now I know to slow it down, slap the spacebar. Slap it! Oh, this looks fun. Okay, so spacebar jumps and up if you go up the elevator. Okay. Fuck, what was that? Where did that hole come from? Do I have some sort of rocket shoes power? Wait, why does spacebar make my face explode now? What the f*** is going on? Oh, I died. I guess it's an effective way to make death feel real and consequential. It took 13 seconds. Who thought long deaths would be a good idea? Maybe I didn't jump far enough. Nope. Fuck. Another 10 seconds. You know, these long deaths make you absolutely not want to try anything for fear of another 10-second death animation. Okay, sometimes when I press up I get rocket shoes, and other times I don't. Can you guess what I'm supposed to be doing? Okay, I consulted the internet. Apparently all those generic background graphics are relevant. Each box contains a gag, so when I pushed up and got rocket shoes, it's because I was standing in front of a rocket box. How about labeling them? So I'm supposed to use gags on the weasels to get by them, I guess, but I can't seem to kill them. And some gags work to make them laugh, but others don't, and even when they're laughing, I can't pass by them. Am I trying to pass by them or kill them? Man, I'm gonna figure out the meaning of life before I figure out what they want me to do here. I give up. I give the f*** up. I mean, why would I even want to finish? It's so hard, but not in a challenging way. It's hard in like, it's hard for me to remain a sane human and not chuck my computer out of the window into some unsuspecting nuns. It's so obtuse. They dare you to figure out what to do. Honestly, what the f*** is next? And am I crazy? Did I go mad? I even went to the instructions and it doesn't say anything about what to do. It even claims that Benny the car in that first stage can drive onto buildings in the driving section. It also says his accordion suspension system can be used to rise above cars and the Toon Patrol wagon, which is total bullshit. At least All Dogs Go to Heaven was easy. Who Framed Roger Rabbit has better graphics for sure and better sound. Like, of course it has better sound than that piece of crap. But Roger Rabbit has lives and you can die for real and start from the beginning again, and it just makes it into this tedious thing that's a chore to play and a spike to the head to complete. You might be taken in by the nostalgia trip, good graphics and sound, but do not play this game. Like, do not play this game. I feel bad for my 5-year-old self forced to play this garbage. All Dogs Go to Heaven, even with its inferior graphics and satanic sound, is way more fun. I mean, not fun, but fun relative to this trash. Like, long-ass deaths are f***ing death when it comes to playing a game. Who framed Roger Rabbit? More like who murdered Roger Rabbit after they played this wet turd? It's me. I murdered Roger Rabbit, and it took 15 seconds! Hey, hope you enjoyed that video. I have so many classic games I want to play and review for you, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more.